Whoa, daddy. Whoa. I just hooked up with a freight train. Wow. Holy cow. Woo. Hey everybody, we are fishing out here at the mouth of the Port O'Connor jetties on the Middle Texas coast. We're deep jigging in 46 feet of water for big jacks and bull reds. We're fishing swim baits on 1/2 ounce jig heads, and these things, it's like hooking up with a freight train. We got out here this morning at daylight and it was like an Alfred Hitchcock movie, and the birds, there's birds everywhere. Frigate birds, seagulls, pelicans, all feeding on the bait. We've got an incoming tide here. The bait's coming in and the jacks are here and the reds are here. They're like crazy fishing, woo. And they love swim baits. We're using a 5-inch long white colored swim bait with a paddle tail on a chartreuse 1/2 ounce head, and we're squirting a little shrimp juice on it just to perk it up just a little bit, dropping it down the bottom and vertically jigging. And when they hit it, you better be hanging on because it's a rodeo. If you're a little bit behind on your morning aerobics, just come out here and do this. It's guaranteed throughout the summer, just about every day you have an incoming tide. We've got, on this reel, I've got 30-pound braid. The drag's kind of set pretty tight. This rod is built. It's a 6-foot rod for 15 to 30 pound test line. The thing with jacks is you got to really work them in hard. Look at this jack right here. That's not, look at it, it's a bull red. Holy moly. Look at the size of that fish. Holy cow. That's a fish right there. Woo! You talk about fun. I was calling it a jack and it's a bull red. That's what we're talking about, people, right there. That is a big, big bull red. Catching them out here in 30 to 40 feet of water on swim baits. It's fine fishing. You got to come do this. Let's let this big boy go. Adios. That's it. That's all I got. That's a big bull red right there. Look at the size of this fish. Hey everybody, we're out here fishing right now with Super Spook Junior topwater plugs. Got a nice trout on right here. Big old Jack Crevalle. Fine fish. We're catching giant bull reds and Jack Crevalle out here at the Port O'Connor jetty. What I've got here is 30-pound test braided line. We're not even using a leader. I'm just using an overhand loop knot, tying it in there and holding the fingers like that so I have a pretty big loop knot so it can slip over the jig. This loop knot, by the way, it makes it very difficult for the fish to break the line like that when you're not using a leader. Slide it through. This is a 1/2 ounce Bomber stand-up jig head. I like those because they're pretty durable. Just slide it over the hook, just like that. Pull it down, and it's locked on right there. This is what we're using today. We got the Yum Money Minnow. It's 5 inches long, and we've been using them in chartreuse and white. White is a very good color out here because these fish are out here. They're feeding on menhaden mostly, and then a few mullet and stuff like that. This is how you rig this up. There's the bait right there. You want the paddle part of the tail facing down. Stick the hook through the head just like that. Slide it on down. Run it through the bend of the hook and lock down on it and push it up on the hook shaft just like that. And there you have it right there. A rig jig head, and when you drop it down and you're jigging it up and down like that, this paddle tail is making all kinds of racket. We're also spraying this shrimp juice on there. Just spray it on there and then lower it down, and that adds a whole lot of scent to it. And the fish are down there, they're feeding on these menhaden, which are oily anyway and have a lot of scent, so this helps them find the bait and they gobble it up. Let's go catch it. shrimp juice right here, putting it on the jig. Once again, this is a 1/2 ounce jig head, 5-inch swim bait, and a 30-pound test braided line. The ship channel is just off to our left, and these fish are moving up and down the ledge of this ship channel. We're drifting with the current right now. And these birds right here, they're just everywhere. The birds are feeding on the menhaden, the fish are feeding on the menhaden. It's a party. The fishing like this is really good. It's best on an incoming tide. The bait gathers in here, and on the outgoing tide, everything just goes flat. You can see what we're doing right here. We're just jigging with the current, trying to get that jig to go straight down, and then it's kind of pulling behind the boat just a little bit. Notice I'm doing this with 2 hands, so I can really work that jig, and also when the fish hits, I've got 2 hands on the rod and reel so it doesn't yank it out of my hand. When you're going down with that jig, you can pull the line off the reel with your hands. You can feel the fish hit it. When it's going down, it's almost 9 times out of 10, almost always they're going to hit that jig on the fall. There he is. That's a big one right there. Whoa. Hold on, Daddy. Woo. Got another freight train. This is a big fish right here. Dropping that swim bait straight down the bottom and then jigging it back a little bit. Felt a couple of taps just like a bass would on a plastic worm. Set the hook and it is game on, Daddy-o. We came up out of the channel right back there from 59 feet of water to 29 feet of water. And these fish are holding on this ledge right out here. That's a big red. Come to Daddy, baby. Man. Best thing to do on these fish is to play them down, get them beside the boat. Then you can get them in the net and get them in the boat. You really don't want to gaff fish like this. There's no need to because it's too big to keep. You can keep 1 a day like this, but there's really no need because they're not very good to eat. And they are the spawners for tomorrow's catch. That's a big bull red right there. Look at the size of this fish. It's about 25 pounds right there. Beautiful fish. Whew. There she goes, swimming off. That's a beautiful thing right there. That's pretty fine fishing here on Fish Ed. The key, once the tide starts slacking a little bit and the fishing slows down, just squirt some sort of scent on there. I'm using the shrimp. You just let it bounce along bottom a little bit for maybe 5 minutes or so. Don't get anything. Reel it in, put some more scent on it, and lower it back down, and that ups your chances of getting another hit. There it goes. Whoa. Big fish right there. Holy cow. Oh, he came off. Man. He just about took the rod out of my hand. Little big red. Whoa. There's a lot of boats fishing out here today. And a lot of them are fishing with live croakers and live shrimp and cut bait. But we're fishing with a 5-inch Money Minnow with shrimp scent on it with a 1/2 ounce jig head. And that's a bomber stand-up jig head. We're putting the shrimp scent on, dropping it down the bottom, and consistently catching more and bigger fish than these other boats out here. I mean, we're catching fish in the 25 to 30 pound range. It's fun fishing, but it can wear you out. I think this might be the last one of the day for me, unless y'all want to come over here and do this. Oh, man, look at the size of this fish. Whew. That's a big one right there. Big fish. Whew. Man, we have caught a lot of bull reds today. I am worn out. These fish are all 25, 30, 35 pounds. I think we're gonna call it a day. Look at that. Lordy. Whew. All right, here we go. Once again, you don't need to keep these, just revive them. Get her unhooked. That's a beautiful fish right there. Wow. That's it. We are done. I am Captain Robert Sloan, and we're fishing at Port O'Connor, the jetties, and these red drum bull reds have just worn us out. See you later, darling.